Prior to filming this video, I spent a little bit of time praying specifically about what to say. It's totally unscripted, just prayed, asked God what he wanted me to talk about. And as I talk, I think I'm probably going to say some things I didn't even plan on saying. But something about me is I'm from Missouri, but I always, people that know me really well, they know that New York City to me is kind of a second home, strangely. I came here, I was laid off as a teacher during the recession, and I came here to help open a charter school in Harlem in 2009 to about 2011. And some of the best friends I ever made in my life I made here, and I just fell in love with this city. And over that period of time, and I try to get here as often as I can. I try to work here as often as I can. I try to visit friends as often as I can. And I came here now to get away, to try to find a little bit of peace and quiet, to just really clear my head and ask God what it is he wants me to do. And I know it may sound strange to go to New York City to clear your head, but it just is my place. I guess I don't need to explain it anymore. But something that I know about New York City is that I always kind of looked at it like Babylon, to be quite honest. I loved it, but there was a lot about it that made me sad. I've seen people that I believe are possessed. As I read stories about people that are possessed by demons, I see that here. Every now and then, you'll see somebody just screaming at themselves as they walk down the street. I remember one time I was on a train, and this guy was screaming to himself about his heart condition, of all things. And then when there was a stop, some police came on. Apparently they were called and they were waiting for him. So they came on, got him off. Next stop, a lady got on and she started screaming. And I just thought, oh good, I haven't heard anybody scream at themselves in like 30 seconds. But I see in that it's definitely, I believe, demonic. I believe it's demonic, and I believe there's a lot of demonic things going on in New York City, and I believe there's a lot of demonic things going on around the country and around the world, of course. Satan is the prince of the earth, and a third of the angels were cast to the earth, and they're here with us, and they're real. And as the last couple of days, I've just thought a lot about that as I walked around and I prayed, and I realized that, when Jesus was here, he cast out demons right and left. I mean, they were right and left. People that had, common conditions that we would diagnose and give a pill for, he was casting demons out for those things. And the church doesn't do that at all. And you know what? I don't either. I do in my own personal life in a big way, but I don't go around helping people out, helping them cast out demons. And I walked by this guy and he was screaming at himself, and he had a notepad and he had a pen and he was screaming and he was writing. And I felt like I almost knew that he was possessed as I walked by. So I looked at what he was writing. I'm going to share what he was writing here in a second, but I looked at what he was writing, and then I asked him straight up, I said, "What are you writing?" And he looked at me and he told me he was going to blow my brains out. And then he just started scratching all over the pad. And I said, "I cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ. Set this man free." And he got angrier and angrier. And he kind of started to walk towards me, but I just was unafraid. I felt sad for him. I felt like he was a victim. So I said it 2 more times. And he seemed to calm down a little, strangely. So, and then I left because I think it was the first time I'd ever done anything like that, and almost felt like I was coming off as the crazy one. But we have to do this. As the church, this is something that we have to take very seriously. Because, I have spent a lot of time over the last couple of years criticizing the church. I think I made hundreds of episodes about the things that the church is doing wrong. And I said recently that we're going to switch. We're going to start talking about, well, what should the church be doing, And And when the group of people came, I'm going to put out a video tomorrow about that, because what they were, they lived it. They lived what a church should be, and I lived it for the first time. And but this is real. This is real. We should be. There should be people getting healed everywhere. There should be demons being cast out everywhere. This should be a common day-to-day mentality. And I think it's because A, we don't believe we can do it. B, we don't believe it's really happening. C, we're too afraid. Or D, it just takes us outside our comfort zone, and who wants to embarrass ourselves? You know what it's like to walk down the street and have a guy screaming at me that he's going to blow my brains out, and I'm standing there saying, I cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ, what that might look like. But you know what, in the moment, I was unafraid. I knew it had to be done. I was unafraid. We have to get in the fight. We have to get in the fight. We have to get in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. We have to. You can cast out demons in the name of Jesus Christ, period. You can cast out demons in the name of Jesus Christ. Know it to be so. Jesus said sometimes there's demons that require a little fasting and prayer. But you can cast out demons in the name of Jesus Christ. We have to know it to be true, and we have to put forth effort. You know, as I walk around New York City, I almost feel like God is like, I almost feel like I need to just stake a flag in this ground and live it, really live it. You know, when I see that, live it. You know, if I hear of somebody that's got demons, you know, by the way, hey, if you're in the New York City area, or in the Missouri area, let me know. We have to start doing this. I'll participate in that. I'll help out with that. Just let me know. But you have to get in it too. That's not what this is about. I really don't want to go around doing that. I definitely, you know, but if I see it, I want to do it. You know, and I think we all need to want to do that. We all need to want to do that, and it needs to be a part of it. The church should be healing people right and left. They should be casting out demons right and left. And they should be causing other people to be amazed in the miracle that resides under the name of Jesus Christ. And they should be growing by leaps and bounds because of that thing. And that's really what this is about, is get in it. Get in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. So what the guy was writing was in very, very neat, big, almost like typed letters, very clear, while he screamed and kind of threw his arms about, which was really surprising, but I could read it clearly. It said a local 1199, and then there's about 4 spaces, and it said a local 1999, and then there's about 4 spaces, and another one I didn't catch, and another one that I didn't catch. I didn't know what that meant. I got home, I Googled it. Both those are unions in different locations. One is for the healthcare, and another one is for the electrical union. So maybe he's a former union worker. I don't know if you have any insight into what that may have meant. Definitely put that below too. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel with Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.